All right, like I said, the realty index has been in focus for quite some time, especially since the lockdown. It's one of the biggest casualties as far as the sector is concerned. Let's touch base with the management of Prestige Estates. The stock right now is also trading a bit weak. Let's understand what the collection trends have been like, the lockdown impact, rental trends, etc. We have Mr. Irfan Razack, the chairman and MD, joining us right now. Mr. Razack, thank you so much for touching base. Despite the lockdown, you've managed to reach and, some cases go beyond the guidance at the start of the year, which you had given for FY20. Are you giving any guidance for FY21 at this point in time, or will you be playing it by the year and see how things pan out?
FY21, actually, we have stopped short of giving any guidance because these are very uncertain times. So it's very difficult to right now predict what's going to happen the next week or maybe even in the next day. So best is we are trying to play it by ear, but at the same time, what we are doing is we're not stopping from carrying out our activity, because I believe, again, the demand is picked up quite well, and there is sort of commitments that are coming from customers, which is a fantastic sign. It is helping us actually to even do some new launches. And today itself, we have a new launch called the Prestige Primrose Hills in Kanakpura Road, and that will probably help us to take things forward further and get our targets. But then we may have kept internal targets, but right now we do not want to commit ourselves in the public sphere, more so because we are in some uncertain times.
All right, thanks for that. Good morning. So how are tenants coping with pandemic in terms of their leasing, releasing and renegotiations of their terms with the tenants, especially for your longer tenure tenants?
See, there are various asset classes. Let me start with office. Now, office, fortunately, it was a near full, like 100%, near 100% occupation. And that helped things, because then what happens is we really don't have to chase and look for new occupiers at the moment, because the focus will be different even from the occupiers and the business perspective, because even those spaces that have been leased out are now like nobody is working from there at the moment. They're just keeping their servers and running their minimal electricity in terms of AC and keeping the premises in a sanitized condition. Some have started working, but most have not, because more so of the fear, and they also want to keep the employees safe. But there's no, from the office side, there are no sort of notices for quitting spaces. Even if there is, it's very, very minimal. And more so, moreover, the rentals are being paid by the tenants because they are occupying our premise, and all the infrastructure is in place, and we are helping them with their business continuity. However, going forward, I believe the new business will only come once things settle down, maybe a quarter later, and we'll have to look at things.
All right, and could you talk to us a little bit about the launch pipeline going forward, especially with labor worries emerging for rental businesses, and what exit rental trends are you targeting?
See, now exit rentals for currently the year that has gone by, I think it's around 950 to 1,000 crores is the exit rentals as of now. That is March 31st. And I don't want to make any prediction for March 2021. We'll take it as we go along. But right now, this is the exit rental that we have. And of course, once the production, more and more space comes in, we are going to boost it up. 2 malls are under production, which will take another year and a half to complete. And there are a lot of other office spaces which are under construction. Even that will happen. There will be a delay of from the original to now by about 3 to 6 months. As far as residential is concerned, we are on track to deliver to our customers almost on time, because we had a buffer which we had kept for any delays that could happen. and our customers can be rest assured that our contractors have told us that they'll somehow or the other get the required labor and make sure that they deliver on time. And for that, on that aspect, we are pretty happy that and confident that we will satisfy our customers and deliver to them on whatever timelines that have been committed, give or take some 2 or 3 months.
Minister Piyush Goyal has called for a sharp reduction in prices. Want to understand if that is a viable option or that is something that's likely to happen. Do you think developers will be forced to cut rates anyway?
See, now I've heard that statement of Goyal ji many times. I don't know in what context and it was said. But what he really meant was that, listen, if you have real estate is there, it's a product that is, it's a ready inventory that you have. You may as well sell and liquidate and pay off the banks, and we are not here to support you to sort of subsidize you for it. In fact, the real estate industry does not look at the government for any subsidy whatsoever. Having said that, what we need is, since we are an industry that supports almost 250 ancillary industries, and we also are the largest provider in terms of employment for the unorganized sector, and also we churn the GDP. What the real estate sector is looking for from the government is a support. Now, what is the type of support we are looking for? Because you see, this is a time where all of us have to go hand in hand if the government is serious in churning the GDP, because the real estate, apart from building houses, because in Indian context, housing is definitely a need, depends on which sector, which segment of the population you're catering to. Today, small, big, medium developers are all catering to all segments of the population, and everybody needs a house, whether it's somebody who's starting to buy a new home first time, or it's someone who's upgrading from a 2-bedroom to a 3-bedroom or a 3-bedroom to a 4 or 4 to a villa. Everybody needs their, their living spaces. Now, all this is actually helps churn employment, churn the economy, churn the GDP.
All right, well, we'll leave it there for this morning. Thanks so much for taking out the time to chat with us. So that was the management at Prestige talking about the latest at their company.